तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss Bhagavad-Gita Sloka 10.8. I will read the verse, synonyms and translation and purport now. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Aham, I, sarvasya, of all, prabhavaha, the source of generations, matta, from me, sarvam, everything, pravartate, emanates, iti, thus, matva, knowing, bhajante, become devoted, mam, unto me, buddha, the learned, bhava samanvita, with great attention. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Purport: a learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya, and who knows how to apply these teachings that Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual worlds, and because he knows this perfectly, he can become firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All Vedic literature agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva and all other demigods. In the Atharva Veda, Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.24, it is said, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, Yo Vai Vedamscha Gapayanti Sma Krishnaha. It was Krishna who instructed in the beginning, instructed Brahma in the Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Then again the Narayana Upanishad 1 says, Atha Purusho Ha Vai Narayano Kamayata Prajaha Srijayati. Then the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana desired to create living entities. The Upanishad continues, Narayanat Brahma Jayate, Narayanat Prajapatihi Prajayate, Narayanat Indro Jayate, Narayanat Ashtau Vasavo Jayante, Narayanat Ekadash Rudra Jayante, Narayanat Dvadashadityaha. From Narayana, Brahma is born, and from Narayana, the patriarchs are also born. From Narayana, Indra is born. From Narayana, the 8 Vasus are born. From Narayana, the 11 Rudras are born. From Narayana, the 12 Adityas are born. This Narayana is an expansion of Krishna. It is stated in the same Vedas, Brahmanyo Devaki Putraha. The son of Devaki, Krishna, is the Supreme Personality. Narayana Upanishad 4. Then it is said, Eko vai Narayanaha asin na Brahma na Ishano napo nagni samo neme dyav aprithvi na nakshatrani na suryaha. In the beginning of the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no stars in the sky, no sun. The Maha Upanishad 1.1.2. In the Maha Upanishad, it is also said that that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Thus the Vedas say that it is the Supreme Lord, creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. In the Moksha Dharma also Krishna says, Prajapatim cha rudram chapi aham eva srijami vai tau hi mam na vijanito mama maya vimohito. The patriarchs, Shiva and others are created by me. Although they do not know that they are created by me because they are deluded by my material energy. In the Varaha Purana also it is said, Narayanaha parodevas tasmad jatas chaturmukhaha tasmad rudro bhavad devaha sa cha sarva jnatam gataha. Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from whom Shiva was born. Lord Krishna is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the original source of all. Because everything is under me, no one is above me. There is no supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with references from Vedic literature engages all his energy in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations on Bhagavad-Gita and proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination and firmness. So this is Bhagavad-Gita Sloka 10.8, where Krishna says that he is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. In short, this is the main opulence of the Lord, that he is the source of everything. Everything emanates from him. And Prabhupada goes all the way to explain in the purport that the 12 patriarchs who in the Bhagavad-Gita Sloka 10.6, we have already seen that the 7 great sages, before them the 4 other great sages, the 14 Manus, these are the, 7 plus 4 plus 14 is 25, and that's why the 25 patriarchs, Indra, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras and the 12 Adityas. All of these emanate from Krishna. Brahma and Shiva also emanate from Krishna. So there are many references from the many Upanishads like Maha Upanishad, Narayana Upanishad and Gopala Tapani Upanishad, and all these Upanishads. Out of the 108, Prabhupada is just quoting some of the verses. But there are many more verses which describe that Krishna is the source of everything. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam we have this sloka 2.9.31 where it is said that the personality of Godhead said, knowledge about me as described in the scriptures is very confidential and it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You may take it up carefully. And now we have even 32, which says that all of me, namely my actual eternal form, my transcendental existence, color, qualities and activities, let all be awakened within you by factual realization out of my causeless mercy. Then we go to 33 as well, where Krishna says that Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation when there was nothing but myself, nor was there the material nature which is the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead, and after annihilation what remains also will be I, the personality of Godhead. So also we can see Mukundamala Stotram verse 11, Bhavajaladikatanam Dvandvavata hatanam Sukadrihitra Kalatra Trana Bhararditanam Vishama Vishayato ye Majjatam Aplavanam Bhavati Sharanameko Vishnupoto Naranam, which says that the people in this vast ocean of birth and death are being blown about by the winds of material dualities. As they flounder in the perilous waters of sense indulgence with no boat to help them, they are sorely stressed by the need to protect their sons, daughters and wives. The only boat that can save, the only boat is Lord Vishnu that can save them. Also one more verse that confirms this is 10:14:58, Samashritaye Padapada Pallaplavam. Pallava Plavam, the boat that is Krishna's feet, which can save everybody. And in this material world, everywhere is Padam Padam Yad Vipadam. There are problems in every step, but na tesham, those who have taken shelter of the boat, that is Samashritaye Yata Pada Pallava Plavam, the boat of the feet of the Lord Krishna. For them there is no Vipadam na tesham. For them it is not Vipadam. So that is they have taken shelter because they engage in the devotional service of the Lord, because they know that He is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. They know that He is the source of everything, and without Him nothing can function. This is the truth that they know, which is being mentioned in this verse. And here the recommendations for devotees which we can learn from here is that avoid other commentaries that are unauthorized. People say that Lord is an ordinary man. Fools deride Him when He descends in the human form. Avajananti mamudha manushim tanumashritam. So that is why they give their own commentaries so that they can be benefited. They don't want to present the actual message. They want money, and they make a business out of these Bhagavad-Gitas, their nonsense commentaries. Many people give Bhagavata Saptah to make a business out of it, and over there they preach the wrong philosophy, and thus they cheat the uneducated public, which is uneducated on this matter of spiritual knowledge. And even in the Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita also it is being mentioned that many people, many scientists and philosophers wrote commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, but by reading them not a single person became a devotee. In fact, they became atheists also. But by reading Prabhupada's commentary on the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, thousands of devotees were being created. So this is the perfect commentary that we have of Srila Prabhupada, which is written by him, that mentions all of these truths without any personal motivated change, without even a single alteration in the meaning of the verses and the meaning conveyed by the translation. He writes the purport to tell us what we can learn out of it, and thus this is completely unaltered, unchanged, without any personally motivated change. And this is the commentary that we are supposed to accept, because this is coming in the line of authorized parampara. And another thing, that the result of knowing that all emanations come from the Lord, that Srila Prabhupada and Krishna himself is mentioning that I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. So what will we get by knowing this? That we will worship our Lord, we will worship Lord Krishna with all our hearts, because again we know that He is the source of everything, so we should worship Him only to get be protected from all kinds of circumstances, and also to serve Him properly, go back to God. And He is the only person who can give us that ticket. So that's why we are worshipping Him with all our hearts, because we know that He is the correct person to be worshipped, because He is the source of everything. And we engage in devotional service. So we worship the Lord, then we engage in devotional service, and then we surrender completely. Then we can get the ticket to go back to Golok Vrindavan. And Prabhupada also quoted this, that Lord is the Supreme, even from Upanishads. As some people do not believe in the Vedas, Puranas, etc. Some people think that the Vedas and all not real, not Puranas and all, they don't believe in it. So they believe only in Upanishads. And thus Prabhupada is quoting from Upanishads. There are 108 Upanishads. Out of them, Prabhupada has quoted only a few verses, important verses from some of them. In many other places in the same Upanishads also there are thousands of verses which describe that the Lord is the source of everything. So this is what it is, that He is the source of everything. And we as it is mentioned here in the Moksha Dharma also, that the patriarchs Shiva and others are all created by Krishna, but they don't know that they are created by Him, because they are deluded by His illusory energy. The same for us. We have forgotten our constitutional position, that we are servants of the Lord, because we are deluded by the external energy of the Supreme Lord. But we should know that at the end of the day, the Lord is the source of everything, and the Lord is spending this entire 10th chapter to glorify this verse, not this verse, but this thing, that he is the source of everything and everything emanates from him, and all his opulences he is describing. Because Arjuna had a question at the end of the 9th chapter, that when Krishna mentioned that engage your mind, body, words, everything in me, serve me, then you will come back to me. In Bhagavad-Gita 9.34, he had said that engage your mind in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, you will surely come to me. Arjuna thought that in this material world, especially for the conditioned souls who are coming up in Kali Yuga, for them they are not going to remember the Lord like this, because they are stuck in Maya, where they have to deal with so many other things and they don't have time to remember the Lord. But Krishna gives this entire 10th chapter to say that one can remember me at any time. He says, out of Vedas I am Samaveda, out of the horses I am Uchchaishrava, like that. So whenever one remembers or sees a horse or remembers about the Vedas, he can remember Krishna. Oh, Krishna is the Samaveda, and he can remember Krishna is the horses, among horses Krishna is Uchchaishrava. Like this it becomes very easy to remember, and he gives this explanation about his own opulences, so that the spark of devotional service can rise and grow in our heart. And this is basically the entire 10th chapter that the Lord is saying about his opulences. And we are supposed to read Srila Prabhupada's commentary and get to know about this, because other people who write commentaries are just but fools who don't know the theory properly. They just write something so that they can get their they can make profits through business and other ways. But we should read this commentary so that we get to know the actual truth, what the Supreme Lord is saying, what he means to say, and what we are supposed to learn from it. So this is the end of Bhagavad Gita, the explanation on Bhagavad Gita Sloka 10.8. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.